Hi guys, it's Danrie from Crafty Giving, and today I want to share with you a fun Valentine's Day gift idea in the form of these edible roses. So to start with, and to make this super easy so anyone can do it, all you'll need is a store-bought cake. I'm using a sponge cake, but you can use a chocolate cake or a red velvet cake as long as it has not been iced, and just crumble that into a bowl by rubbing that cake in between your fingers so you really break that cake up. And then we'll add some buttercream frosting. Now, like I said, to make this easy so anyone can do it, I'm using the store-bought kind, but if you're handy dandy in the kitchen, feel free to make your own cake and your own buttercream for this. It's up to you. So once all your cake has been crumbled into a bowl, I'm just adding 2 big dollops of my ready-made frosting and adding that into the cake mixture. Now I'm using gloves because I don't like feeling sticky on my fingers, but I want to say it's always easier to add more frosting than to try and take it out, because you can't. So always start with a little bit and massage that in. If you need a bit more, just add a little bit more. We want to end up with a consistency very much like a Play-Doh, because we want to shape these into cone shapes and have that dough maintain its shape without drooping or flopping or just whatever. So make sure you mix that in thoroughly and create a nice dough-like consistency, Play-Doh consistency. Now once you reach that point, roll a little bit in between your hands to create a nice little ball, but we want these to be in the shape of a cone type thing. So I'm rolling it ever so gently, just on one side, so I end up with a skinnier top and a fatter bottom. Now once you've rolled all your dough out, just let that sit in the fridge to harden a little bit. Now I'm using 2 sheets of parchment paper that I've lightly dusted with corn flour, or you can use icing sugar to roll out my fondant. Now I bought a white tub of fondant and colored it red and pink by using food gel coloring. But if you do not have food coloring, you can go ahead and buy 2 separate colors that's already been colored to make it a bit easier. But I just wanted to save money by doing it using the white fondant and coloring it myself. So we want to roll it out fairly thin, but not too thin where you'll need to support it with sponges once you start creating your rose. So a nice thin-ish but not too thick width of fondant will work brilliantly. And using a little round cookie cutter, I'm just cutting out circles that I'm cutting in half to create semicircles, or you can go ahead and just create semicircles by only cutting out half a circle. So you want to end up with quite a fair few of these half-cut circles, and you'll need a little bit of water and a paper towel to dab off the excess. So here is my cake pop, if you wish, let's call it a cake pop dough cake that's been hardened a little bit, and I'm adding my first little rose petal, and this will be the middle of the rose petal. They're like the rose bud. So I want to make that petal meet up with itself and create a pointy end. So here I'm dabbing my finger in a little bit of water and dabbing off the excess, and just making a little line on the bottom of my petal to create a little bit of tackiness so I can add my next petal. You do not want to saturate your fondant because it creates a very hot, sticky mess. Well, not really hot, but sticky mess. And so you just want to create a little bit of tackiness, not saturate your petals. Now go ahead and overlap each petal over the previous one and gently folding over the lip or creating a little pointy end. Play around with your little petals to create your rose. And you want to do that all the way around to create the petals one at a time, folding over the lips and overlapping each petal so it looks beautiful. Now you can use any color rose you like, depending on whether your partner likes red roses or yellow roses. It's up to you. This is very flexible. I think this is such a fun idea, and it shows just how much you love that person, because you go through a lot of effort. And then using a little cupcake case that's green, so this will act as my little bit of leaves down the bottom. I'm just adding my rose inside a little green patty case to present it. And once you're done, you might have a little bit of excess powder on your roses from the corn flour or icing sugar. just using a clean food brush that is a paintbrush that you only use in the kitchen that is dry. Just dust that off, dust that powder off your roses, and it's all ready to go. Now to present these, you can add it in, place them in a nice little box or just on a plate with a doily, super romantic, and there you have it. Now if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, share it with your friends, and if you want to, subscribe to my channel. I upload videos every Monday and Thursdays, so I hope you make these. If you do, use the hashtag #craftofgiving on Instagram so I can see your creations too. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!